It was near these very grounds that the Allied forces really did change the course of the Second World War. 75 years ago, the scenic beaches of Normandy became the bloody gateway to the eventual liberation of Europe. So we want to take you back to that day that marked the beginning of the end for Hitler's Nazi Germany. Take a look.
June 6, 1944, the largest seaborne invasion in history.
We woke up in the morning and there were thousands of ships.
A combined assault by land, water, and air.
We weren't prepared to see the number of ships, boats, and aircraft that stretched from coast to coast.
Codenamed Operation Overlord, it turned the tide of the Second World War, marking a pivotal milestone in liberating Europe and defeating Nazi Germany. Just after midnight, the 1st Canadian Parachute Battalion descended from the skies and became the first soldiers to engage the enemy. Hours later, thousands more stormed ashore on Juno Beach.
As we approached the shore, of course, it got very noisy. There's a lot of battleships were firing their guns.
I was frightened really deep down inside, but I hid it. I hid it real good.
The 8-kilometer stretch of sand was laden with landmines and barbed wire.
One of the other brigades, they had a few landing craft that they hit the explosion, blew the boat up with the men in it. When we actually landed on the beach, we never ever practiced that way. We practiced different ways in Scotland, and they decided to forget any of those ways, just go in the way we were. So that's what we did.
Fighting under the Canadian Red Ensign, soldiers swarmed Juno, one of 5 beaches turned battlefields, all codenamed. British troops landed on Gold and Sword Beach, and the Americans invaded from the westernmost beaches of Utah and Omaha. A joint armada of warships was in charge of keeping the coast clear.
We were searching for the enemy ships that might come down to attack our landing forces.
In total, about 156,000 Allied forces landed in Normandy on D-Day. On Juno Beach, 14,000 were Canadians.
To have that Canada badge on your shoulder amongst everyone else meant something.
Most of them were young and new to battle. All of them were answering the call of duty.
Every Canadian soldier there was a volunteer.
The Canadians were a formidable force, capturing Juno Beach and advancing the farthest inland that same day. It was a costly victory, though.
It was an all-day battle. An all-day battle and quite frightening.
359 Canadian soldiers and 22 airmen were killed on D-Day.
The landing was a success, but there were a lot of suffering from it.
The longest day of a larger, bloody campaign. The Battle of Normandy lasted 77 days. About 90,000 Canadians fought. More than 5,000 were killed in action, laid to rest on the very ground they helped liberate.